formidable challenger, Andrade is an awkward southpaw. Although 168 is not his natural weight class, opportunities don't arrive very often to tricky fighters with a smaller fan base. Boo Boo is looking to use his awkward angles to land his shots on the inside. Being a smaller man, he must navigate between the firing gap in order for his offense to work effectively. The Mexican Monster, a tactical pressure fighter who can land at long, mid, and inside range. Work rate second to none. Benavidez is one to beat his opponents into submission. The pressure and work rate alone is enough to break any man. Nonetheless, his pinpoint accuracy of each punch. One of the most overlooked tactical points is in a boxer's stance. Each stance is beneficial to one style, whether it's for quicker movement, more stable for punching power, balanced for quick angles, or a hybrid of all. It is common knowledge that a southpaw is most susceptible to an orthodox fighter's right hand. The issue is Andrade's stance, where it took away from his weak side. By sitting in more of a crouch, bladed stance, it is harder to slip effectively to the right. This minimizes movement, further contributing to his rhythm of constantly dipping to the left, which in this case was directly lined with the Mexican Monster's right hand. For any offense to be effective, there must first be an initial threat. The body is always a bigger hit target than the head. The point is to give a pattern of sustaining damage so the opponent knows he can be touched. Strategically, this is also the moment when the boxer is downloading information on his opponent's defensive patterns, studying his reaction, seeing if he prefers to sit in the pocket or pull out. Once this is calculated, the offense is built around the front line at the elite level. Every punch, step, and movement serves a purpose. Every move is vital. In war, the army who has the longer range weapons has the advantage because they can strike where they can't be struck. In boxing, a fighter who has a longer frame and utilizes his range is more dangerous from the outside. Benavidez, having a 1-inch reach advantage, also employed his reach to his full potential because he fought tall and turned his shoulders for full range, while Andrade fought in more of a crouched position and did not get full extension of his punches. Being that Benavidez's work rate was so high, he never gave Andrade a second to relax in order to set up his offense. The Monster kept Boo Boo at the end of his punches, never allowing Andrade enough space to counter unless he were to step in. Baiting, when done properly, gets the prey to bite. At the elite championship level, everyone is fundamentally skilled. There are minimal openings if any, but an elite-minded offensive fighter creates their own openings. Andrade was kept at range in the early rounds, minimizing his offense, as he needed to get past the outermost layer before he could commit with his punches. With the threat and range established, it was time for phase 2 of Benavidez's offense. With the early threat of the straight cross to the body already established, it was time to target the head. Andrade had a defensive pattern of sliding back with both hands in front of his face to clog the lanes against straight punches. But the miscalculation came in Benavidez's reach and how he was able to go into full leverage in his punches with his extensions. He also covered any ground lost with Andrade pulling back by stepping in. The way Benavidez got Andrade to bite and fall out of position was simply by dipping and dropping levels. By dropping levels, Andrade would assume the cross was coming and slide back with his guard in front of his face. When this was done, Benavidez stepped in and hooked around the guard. With the line now being held at range, Benavidez was ready to mobilize and march in with the rest of his arsenal. The steady pressure gave Andrade little time to work nor think, allowing him minimal time to employ his strategy. The most frightening thing about Benavidez was not only his cardio, but the fact that he can land punches at all ranges, from inside to out and at every angle possible. The steady diet of applied pressure, along with an axe chomping down the tree until it falls over. An elite pressure fighter such as Benavidez picks his shots methodically, constantly changing the rhythm, making his opponent second guess from incoming fire. Benavidez is also very patient in the sense that he would apply feints and smaller movements in between his punches in order to get Andrade to open up. A true master tactician, long and lanky, durable with diesel in the gas tank. A pressure fighter who not only picks his shots methodically, but one who can land at every angle. Benavidez may be the next conqueror of the super middleweight division.